This is southeast Virginia, so-called Tidewater, Virginia, in the Triangle area between Jamestown, which is where the first English settlers came in 1607 and starved, Williamsburg, about 3 or 4 miles away, where the colonial capital of Virginia stood for many, many years, and Yorktown, a bit further away, where the British Army lost to the revolutionary forces of George Washington. It's a very different place to where the English people came from. This is 37 degrees north. It is in the mid-Atlantic area. It has beautiful spring. Today we have a perfect April day, the envy of people back home in England. Fall is fabulous too. The winter's a touch cold, but the summer is an oven, 100 Fahrenheit. Humidity, 90% or more. We have hurricanes sometimes. The other night we had a tornado watch. The land here has been impoverished by tobacco planting and cotton. Quite possibly John Rolfe and Pocahontas were growing their crops not far from here and may even have walked through our garden. It's a very different place to the English cottage garden that my mother kept in England. And so we have had to learn how to cope with it. And so over the course of the next few programs, we're going to present a theme, a different one each time, describing how we're managing, what we're learning, and why you should be interested in it. most successful parts of this project in the turning circle was the Tithonia, Mexican sunflower. It's growing 5-6 more feet tall, loves the full sunshine, doesn't like its feet wet, very easy to grow from seeds. And now it's time to deadhead. Deadheading isn't necessary for all the plants. In fact, lantana here doesn't need it at all. Some of the other plants like marigolds are benefiting from it, but these really need it. I don't really understand the biology of it. I don't think anyone really understands fully the biochemistry of how flowers are stimulated by cutting off the old flowers. Maybe there's something from the old flowers that are inhibiting the flowering, probably via the leaves, where some people believe there's a hormone called florigen that is released to cause the tips of the shoots to make flowers. Anyway, one day we'll understand. Meantime, I'm going to keep deadheading. I'm in my neighbour's shrubbery. Now, my mother told me a story about my great-grandmother, who was a rather mischievous woman. And she lived in Surrey, England. And walking along past the gardens of her upper crust neighbours, she would go along past their prime plants and take off a few cuttings, like so, and run off home and make cuttings of them and grow her own, which would be the same as her upper crust neighbours, because of course it's vegetative propagation. It breeds true, unlike seeds. So my mother also adopted that practice, and like mother, like son, and so here I am today. I rather like my neighbour's beauty bush. It is in flower at the moment. It's now June, and by September, October there'll be some beautiful berries on it that the birds will love. I would like my own bush, and I haven't been able to find a place to buy one, so I'm taking a few cuttings and hopefully they won't notice. I'm sure they won't care though. I'm going to take one or two more. I've just run back and I'm picking off the majority of the leaves from the beautyberry. My mother told me just leave 2. Cut the stem afresh, like so, and then take some rooting powder. Wet the base of the stem so it sticks. Turn it around inside so we have a nice coating. Then just pop it inside some nice fresh soil and give it a drink. And keep it moist but not saturated. Nothing could be simpler than this. And I'm just